Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good with maths. Now I, Lakshmi Negi, again with you with the new video of the same chapter, area of parallelogram and the triangle, chapter 9. This is my second video in which I will explain you exercise 9.2 question number 2 onwards. Before going in exercise 9.2 question number 2, though I have explained you the three theorem which we will use in this exercise, but again I want to explain you these theorems in brief. There are the three main theorems. The first one, if two parallelogram, you can see that one parallelogram I have made with the red pen and another with the blue pen. If both the triangles having same base and lying between same parallel line, therefore the area will be equal to each other. This is the first theorem. And this is the second theorem. If the parallelogram and a triangle lie on the same base and between same parallel line, as you can see that the triangle, though I have made the two triangle, but I am taking only this one, the blue one triangle, or we can take EDC. I have taken the red one. The area of EDC is equal to half of area of parallelogram. That's mean if the parallelogram and the triangle having same base and lying between same parallel line, then the area of the triangle will be half of the area of the parallelogram. This is the second theorem. Now the third theorem which we will use in this exercise, if all the triangles lying on the same parallel lines and having same base, then the area of these triangles will be equal to each other. These are the three theorems which we will use in this exercise. See the second question. You can see that if E, F, G, H are the respective midpoints of the sides of the parallelogram ABCD. That's mean you can see that I have make a parallelogram here. You can see that with the pink pen, the ABCD is a parallelogram and E, F, G, H are the midpoints of the respective sides of the parallelogram. Now what we have to find out? You can see in the question that we have to find out the area of EFGH. That's mean if we will join this EFGH, the area of EFGH is equal to half of area of ABCD. This we have to prove. So for that first we have to do the construction. For that first we have to meet H and F. Now see how we will solve it. You can see that I have made a parallelogram. This is ABCD, made a parallelogram, then ABCD is a parallelogram and EFGH are the respective midpoint which is given in the question. First construction, you can see that I have written the construction, join HF. We have joined the HF. Then as we know that since this DA, this whole DA is parallel to BC, therefore if we will make half, therefore DH, this DH will be parallel to CF. And this will be equal to this also, you can see that. So if two sides are equal and parallel to each other, hence we can say that it is a parallelogram, the upper one is a parallelogram. So as I told you in the second theorem that the area of the triangle, that's mean the area of HGF, as I have written here, HGF, area of HGF is equal to half of area of DCFH. Why? Because both lies between same parallel lines and having same base. Now similarly if we will see that the downward triangle HEF, the area of HEF is equal to half of area of HABF. This is equation number 1, upper one, and this is equation number 2. Now from equation 1 plus 2, if we will add, you can see that if we add the area of two triangles, these blue triangles, so you can see that easily the area of it will make the area of EFGH, as we have written area of EFGH. And if we will take half common and we add these two areas, that's mean half of the upper parallelogram and half of the down parallelogram, then it will make the area of the parallelogram ABCD, and this we have to prove. Now in the question number 3, I'm going to read the question number 3. P and Q are the 2 points lying on DC and AD as in respectively of the parallelogram ABCD. That's mean first we required the parallelogram ABCD as I have made. Now in this parallelogram what we have to find out? The 2 points P and Q. So I will take the 2 points P and Q inside DC. You can see that this is DC side, so I will write as P, and in AD side, this is the AD side. So in this AD side one point is as Q. Now what you have to find out? area of APB, that's mean first we have to join APB is equal to area of BQC, that's mean it's B and it's Q and C. So we have to find out the area of these two triangles which is made by the violet color, and we have to make both the triangles equal. So see how we will do it. This will also solve with the same theorem as I have made the figure here also. You can see that ABCD is a parallelogram, P and Q are the 2 points. We have to find out the area of APB is equal to area of BQC. So since we know that ABCD is a parallelogram, therefore area of APB is equal to half of area of ABCD. Why? Because these are lying on the same theorem, or you can say that by the above theorem, the same theorem which we have used in the previous question. Similarly, if you will see the area of BQC, since it is also lying between these two parallel lines and having same base, therefore the area of BQC or CQB is equal to half of area of again ABCD. You can see that the right hand sides are equal. So we can say that from equation 1 and 2, since the right hand sides are equal, therefore left hand sides will be also equal to each other, which is this. Now moving to the next question. Question number 4. You can see that this is the figure. This is the figure of the question number 4, and we have given a point P inside a parallelogram ABCD, and we have to find out the area of APB, that's mean the upper one triangle. The area of APB is equal to area of the down one, and the sum of these two triangles, the down one PCQ, is equal to half of area of ABCD, the half of area of ABCD. This we have to find out. So see, first what we will do, we will do a construction in which first we will draw a line which is parallel to AB. That's mean you can give it the name as EF. So the EF line is parallel to AB, hence it will definitely parallel to this one. So you can see that these two lines will be parallel to each other. If you will see only ABFB, you can see that the area of APB is equal to half of area of AEFB. We can write it like that. So by the same theorem, as we told that this line, EF line, is parallel to BC line, so we can say that the area of APB is equal to half of area of AFBC. I will show you how. You can see that ABCD is a parallelogram, and we have drawn a line EF which is parallel to AB. Hence this line will also parallel to this. So you have to see only ABFE right now. The area of APB is equal to half of area of ABFE. You can see here ABFE. Similarly, if you will see the downward triangle, the area of DPC is equal to half of area of, you can see that DEFC. DEFC. This is equation number 2 by above theorem which we have used in the previous questions. So we can see that if we will add these, why? Because we required this one. We required this one, so we will add these two. So the left will be added to the left and the right will added to the right. We will take half as common. So area of ABFE, you can see that area of ABFE and area of DEFC. If we will add these two area, we will get area of ABCD. So this was the first part of this question. Now for the second part of this question, you can see that the second part. You can see that the half of the second part is just similar to the first part. So that's mean we required this one, the right hand side one. So what we will do for that? We will again draw a line GH which is parallel to AD. So similarly we can say that the area of APD is equal to half of area of AGHD. Similarly the area of BPC is equal to half of area of GBCH. Now adding these two, so you will get this one. If you will add these, similarly I have written here the area of this equal to half of area of ABCD. If you see, you can write it as equation number 3 and this is equation number 4. From equation 3rd and 4th, you can see that the right hand sides are equal. Therefore the left hand side, that's mean area of APB plus area of APCD is equal to area of APD is plus area of PBC. This we have to prove. You can see here in the question also that this one we have to prove. Now see the next question. You can see that the figure is given in the question that PQRS. You can see that this is the PQRS triangle. This is the PQRS triangle, and the another one is ABRS. You can see that this is the ABRS parallelogram. And as I told you in the first theorem that both the parallelogram are having same base and lying between same parallel line. Therefore, the area of both the triangles will be equal. We can directly prove it. I will show you. You can see here I have made the figure for you. PQRS with the red pen and ABRS with the blue pen, and you can see that the area of these two parallelogram will be equal to each other. Why? Because both the parallelogram lies between the same parallel lines and having same base. Now, so this first part will be directly proved. Now moving to the second part, you can see the second part here, that AXS is equal to half of area of PQRS. That means we have to find out the area of AXS first. So for that, what you will do? So for that, you can see that the area of AXS is equal to, you can see by the figure that it will be half of area of ABRS. Now, if you will see, the area of ABRS is equal to area of PQRS, and you can write it as equation number 2. So from equation 1 and 2, you can say that the area of AXS is equal to PQRS. In the place of ABRS, we can write at PQRS. You can see here that area from equation 1 and 2, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, the area of AXS is equal to half of area of PQRS. Thank you very much.